Hi, Lisa Schermerhorn here on the Grassroots Warrior Network, and this is my show where truth lies. I want to apologize in advance because my friend Liz Perkins and I just recorded our show. She lives off grid and she doesn't have Wi-Fi, and so she was recording on her phone and it dropped several times. The information was there. It's just if you can not go with the visuals so much, is just listen to what she had to say because her information is quite brilliant. And I'm really excited to share her wisdom. She's a tarot card reader. She's an intuitive. She's a clairvoyant. She's an energy healer. And she is a farmer. And her work is really extraordinary. So I look forward to you listening to her. She has a tarot card program class that she's going to be teaching. The information will be in the video and below. For those of you who are looking for a session with me, I am available through my website, lisamindset.com, and I do hypnosis, NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, quantum healing, anything to help you with the blocks that are in your life. I'm also in the movie Zero Limits with Joe Vitale, which is coming out on September 25th, available on Amazon as well as Apple TV. So I hope you enjoy that. Those of you who are interested in a wave watch, which is a frequency watch that is like a Rife machine on your wrist, the links will be below. You get $100 off using my code Mindset100. And those of you who are interested in reversing aging and using these patches that help rebuild stem cells, they're really extraordinary, changed my life. I love them. They work on so many different aspects of your body. You can contact me and I can help you choose which patches are right for you. Thank you so much and enjoy the show. Hi, Lisa Schermerhorn here on the Grassroots Warrior Network, and you're on my show where truth lies. And I am speaking to a dear friend of mine, Liz Perkins, her business is called Healing Gentle Insights. She's such an extraordinary healer, clairvoyant, energy healer. She's also an amazing farmer and really works with the soil and the plant life and does things really the old-fashioned way. And we're going to get more into that. I was at her farm last fall and there were heads of romaine that were like bigger than my head. Like we could barely carry these things out. So she's really amazing. So welcome, Liz. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey Lisa, nice to see you. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, I appreciate it. So we got her in her Quonset hut. I got her off the farm for a few
Yeah,
minutes.
yep, we're in the Quonset hut for sure. Yep, the
So
barn.
yeah,
The barn and the shop.
yeah.
Was
And one of the things that was so interesting that happened to you pretty recently, we've been talking about this, is you started to do a like a morning tarot reading. These
yeah, yeah,
morning
yeah.
insights. So, what inspired these sunrise tarot pulls? Because you've had some really cool things happen.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm just blown away by how um on point they seem every morning. You know, so yeah, some really cool things have happened, and we can chat more about that. But your question is like, what inspired me to do it? And a couple of things. One, I just love the idea of having a community of people who are gathered around, a particular topic of personal growth or intuition, and also of getting up to see the sunrise. So I kind of combined it all. I don't really, you know, have like this perfect little tarot altar set up since I'm in such construction right now. And the best altar is really nature and the sunrise. So I try my very best to get up at sunrise and pull some cards and film them. And then I'm getting up at the sunrise. I hope people do get up at the sunrise and watch it. I mean, I'm inspiring people to get those good rays of light that the early morning sun puts out, and just getting up at sunrise is really good for you. So I just combined all of that, and yeah, it's fun. It's super fun. I've never had so much fun doing something ever. It's just like, oh, okay, I got to get up and get outside. I can just step right out my door and I have like that gorgeous sunrise with the big white oak and the
Yeah.
fields. And so I'm super lucky about that. And I just, why don't I share that with the world? And yeah, so
Yeah, it's funny because I don't have any shades on my window, so I have the sunrise coming in, and sometimes it feels like someone's shining a flashlight like right in my face in the morning. And I love that
yes.
waking me up, except when I go to bed after midnight. But what's been happening the past two nights is the moon has been in my window at night just
Yes.
when I'm going to bed. And so that feels like a flashlight shining in my face as well. Like last night, I was just getting to bed, and then all of a sudden it was like right in my window. So, do you ever have any sense of the difference between how sunlight impacts you and the moonlight impacts you? I don't know if you've ever given that any thought.
Well, it's moonlight is going to be softer,
Yeah.
but it's really interesting because yeah, the morning sun, I think it depends on who you are, where you are, and how well nourished you are and how well balanced your hormones are. And for
Oh,
me, getting up in the morning and watching the sun, um, actually, the first couple weeks, I've been trying to do it for a year,
yeah.
and this is keeping me like a little bit more honest and
Yeah.
and getting up. Sometimes it makes me so tired. So I say, oh, okay, that must be, I need to rest. I need to rest because it resets you. Because we have so much blue light from our phones, you have to kind of just dial it back on your settings so you don't have blue light. It's all red. But that can really affect your hormones, your electricity, your magnetism in your cells. And what that does is it affects your mitochondria and how they process the energy through that electron transport chain. So I thought initially that I would just like get up and I'd be full of energy, but actually it was kind of opposite for the first, like, I've been doing it every day now for like maybe, I don't know, almost up to 2 months, maybe, no, 6 weeks. And I can now say I can get up and I can go, just go. But I had to just, I couldn't even, I was really tired after. I don't know why.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Interesting.
But the moonlight's different because that's like so soft and feminine, and it can really affect your mind if it's got emotions that it hasn't processed yet. So that might be why the moon keeps you up at night,
Oh, that's interesting. I never thought about that.
right? Because
Wow.
you're like processing things, or you're getting pulled to your intuitive side or your prayer life or something. So
Wow.
that's
I'd never thought about that. No, I remember when you first started talking about doing these tarot pulls. Was your dog an influence as well?
well, it's funny because he knows how much I like the snooze button on, you know. So would set the alarm and then I'd be like, there's no way I'm gonna get up right now. And he would stand right over me until I got better trained, which he doesn't usually do, but he would stand up right over me and I'd be like, okay, I'll go now. I'll get up. And I'd be so glad I did because
Yeah. And you recently, one morning when you were doing the tarot pull and you were just put your camera on the sun and you had something really fantastic happen.
that was crazy. I can't believe it. It must have been a solar flash or a sunspot or a sun flare or whatever. but it was an explosion of light from the sun. It was
Totally.
crazy.
It looked almost like, when you see the videos of the atom bombs, like the mushroom
It
cloud.
did. It just was like,
Boom.
and
So,
it didn't last long.
no, it didn't.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have that linked to the video so that people will be able to see it. But I
Oh
found
God.
it so fascinating because you didn't skip a beat either. You're like, oh wow, look at the sun, and then you continued with your reading.
Yeah,
You were like,
that's
oh,
right.
that's interesting. But
Yeah.
then something happened to you afterwards.
Right, right. Because I know I already said um sometimes getting up really early makes me tired, but this time it was like I was completely like bulldozered tired. I felt
Whoops, you're freezing.
indeed. I felt,
So Liz is
am I
frozen
freezing
right now.
still?
What? I can hear you now, but your picture's frozen. Uh, you back now?
Hmm. I don't know. I
All
mean, I
right.
see me. I
Okay.
see you blinking.
All right. You're back. Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, you're much better.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Anyway, the solar flash must have really reorganized things in my physiology. And my son, he also felt really kind of off kilter that day too. And so I just thought I'd lay down on the earth by my calendula flowers and just kind of see what's up. And so I asked him like, well, can you tell me what that was? Like all day I was like, what was that thing? And what does that mean? So that was kind of fun.
Yeah,
Um,
so you sent me a message about that. You had written down about what the plant said. And was it related? There was something related to timeline.
Oh.
So I
That's
have,
right. It
yeah,
was
yeah,
they said we jumped timelines. And you'd think when you jump a timeline you'd be like more energetic, but I think, every body system has to catch up, I guess, your
right.
body, mind, spirit, yeah. So, and there was just this incredible hum, and they just said just to chill and just listen to the buzz and enjoy that you were on a new timeline. It was
Yeah.
kind of cool.
So your body was
I
probably
don't know what else
healing.
I said they said because
Yeah.
yes,
So I think what you sent me was the plants are telling me we jumped. They say, feel the hum. That's the love language of light. It's light that drives the
oh my
mitochondria,
gosh, that's
not
right.
not glucose. It's all about local light. Don't worry, local food costs more. It gives you clear signals, rest and plan. So it's also about eating local or from your own garden. If you don't have your own
My
garden, if you can go
goodness.
to any of the farmers markets and things like that too, correct?
Yes, and it's always more expensive. You would think, like, if you got carrots from me, like
Right,
I go out and I dig a bunch of carrots and I have to hand wash them, right? Bunch them. They're going to be like 350.
right.
But if you go to the store, you can get those cute little, bunny love carrots, you know, more for I don't know, $3. You can get a full pound, right?
Yeah, but those are all treated with like chlorine or something, I read. There's not really baby carrots. They're regular carrots that they've shaved down, like the misshapen ones that they can't sell.
Oh yeah. Well, I was growing baby carrots, really true baby carrots, but they haven't been selling. So
Yeah,
I think that's why. And but the thing that the plants were saying is that it's about the light. Like, and I don't understand all this. I just like receiving it.
Right.
So it's about the light codes and the signals that are in the food that you eat. That is a clear communication with your mitochondria. Because if you like eat like carrots that are grown like in Chile
Yeah.
and they're shipped up here or whatever in a different hemisphere, they confuse your signals. Can you see me? Yeah.
Yes. You've been kind of
They
breaking up
confuse
and
it.
freezing, but that's really interesting because so I'd love you to expand on that.
I'm not an expert on it, but it's something I'm interested in. So I've been just kind of commenting and liking certain create influencers on Instagram so I get their reels. And
Right.
yeah, if it's confusing, then your mitochondria don't process the food. They don't make energy from it. It just gums it up. So if you eat like tropical fruits in the winter, here in our hemisphere, it's actually just going to be confusing for your body, so you won't get good energy from it.
So that's why they always say eat with the seasons, right? Like in the fall, you want to eat all the root vegetables and things like that to get your body accustomed
Right.
to the season.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons. I'm a health coach as well, and I have taught from that great book called The Three Season Diet from John Douillard. And he doesn't even talk about that. He just talks about how when in the fall, what you want to do is you want to eat a lot of the greens and the root crops and everything because you want to help your intestinal lining actually heal from the heat and the dryness of summer so it doesn't produce like reactive mucus and you start to get colds when the weather changes. So that's
That's
his big
interesting.
thing about why you would, yeah, because a lot of people get sick when the temperature drops. And a lot of it is because your body accumulates the heat from the summer. It doesn't disperse it unless you intentionally are eating the cooling foods of summer or apples. And so that'll help to just release the heat so your intestines won't be dry and or your nasal passages. Or so that's a whole nother reason to eat seasonally. He didn't really address the whole light codes thing. I think that's kind of a new thing. I'm not sure why
Right.
people are talking about it now. Do you? I don't
Well,
really
I
know.
think I think because our bodies are transforming. We've moved from the third dimension into the fifth dimension and fifth density. So our bodies need to adjust to the foods. And there's a big thing going on right now. And I'm having issues too. And Honey C. Golden was just visiting, and we've been talking a lot about this is digestion. That people are really struggling with their digestion right now, not having enough hydrochloric acid in their stomach, not enough stomach acids to actually break down and digest as our body is going turning into more of a crystalline form because we are liquid light. So as our bodies are shifting more into this crystalline pattern, we need to be more mindful because we're more sensitive to the foods. So the more we eat healthy, the more we eat local when we can, even though it's more money, and the more we eat seasonal, it's all going to help us. But I find it so organic isn't just enough because if you're eating foods that are in South America being grown and it's not the correct season for you, then it's actually harder for your body to digest. Is that what you were saying?
I wasn't saying digestion.
Right.
I'm
It's
saying
absorption.
the signal, because digestion be a nutrition professor. So digestion is a two um, it has two aspects to it. One is to break down,
Right.
right? So it's breaking down the food. And then it's also absorbing it. So that's what digestion is.
Right.
So that's a, and that's what John Doolittle talks about all the time. When I work with clients on their um, health issues, which I still do that. Um, we address digestion all the time and absorption. The light code things, I don't know enough about it to, say anything other than get out into the early morning and sun and watch the sunset too. That's all
Right.
I know.
Right. No,
But
I just found that interesting,
with
but you're,
digestion, the
yeah,
other thing that's really important with the hydrochloric acid, like a lot of people will do like, apple cider vinegar
yeah.
or drink lemon juice or take some kind of supplement that has hydrochloric acid in it already. I for,
Hmm.
you know, I
Yeah.
don't know what you're doing. Um, the reason why that's so important, especially for people who need to make sure they have enough protein, is the hydrochloric acid's goal in the body is to break down proteins into like the building blocks of amino acids. That's the whole goal of actually the stomach. So if you don't have a good stomach lining or you have leaky gut from your small intestine, your body will know and it'll down regulate how much acid it will put out. So one way that you can help your body without taking any supplements is 15 minutes, not right when you eat, but 30 minutes to 15 minutes before you eat. You can chug a couple glasses of warm water. And what that does is it jackets your stomach lining and it makes it feel safe.
Whoops.
Okay.
Sorry, Liz dropped off. She's had not great service here, but I think her information and her wisdom is so worth the frozen video part. So, but she had just said that if you drink water 15 to 30 minutes before, that it makes your stomach feel safe to start to digest. And I was just asking her, I had always heard when you eat, you shouldn't drink because it dilutes the stomach acid. So your answer was,
Well, you're absolutely right. So, what I had said was that 30 to 15 minutes before you eat, you can chug 2 glasses, that's 8 ounces, of warm water, not cold, warm. And that will be, like a buffer for your stomach lining. Can you see me now?
yeah,
No? Okay, good. And um, being off grid has its challenges. So be patient with us. Thank you very much for your patience, viewers. I'm sorry about that, but we're off grid and we don't have Wi-Fi. So we're kind of bouncing off the airwaves. So when you do the drinking of water 15 to 30 minutes before you eat, that's going to allow your stomach to feel like it can secrete the amount of acid it needs to secrete when you eat. But when
right.
you eat, you want to drink water because it will dilute those acids that you're trying to create. Does that make sense?
That's so interesting. It's so interesting. I love that because, yeah, I've been, and a lot of people are talking about GERD these days, like and I've been suffering with GERD for almost a year. And I was using baking soda that would calm it. It was the only thing that would calm it. But then I realized that I'm diluting the stomach acid by doing that. So now I've started to use
Right.
hydrochloric acid and some digestive enzymes to help with digestion. But when you're doing all that, are
HCl
you,
betaine,
yes,
HCl dash betaine.
yes.
Yep. Yep.
So
Good
my,
for you.
yeah, that was a
But I can
suggestion
help
from
you with
Honey.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, I could help you with that. Like, one-on-one probably be better.
Yep.
Muscle test you and stuff. But because if you do have GERD, that's a signal from you, which is GERD for people who don't know is gastroesophageal reflux disease. Is that a D? I don't know what that
I
is.
don't
But
know.
you you are you were you burping up?
It's when I sleep. No, but my understanding is there's a valve that the stomach valve doesn't close all the way, and the stomach acid comes up and burns the esophagus. But you would know more than,
Ouch.
yeah.
Well, I'm a health coach, I'm not a doctor.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. No, but that was my understanding, and that's so when I eat at night, I would get that burning sensation. So,
yeah.
so the baking soda will calm it.
So,
Yeah,
okay, so what I would suggest is one, don't eat past 7,
right?
right? So if you eat later, your digestive fire, your ability to digest is way reduced.
Yeah,
So that could be one thing that it does. What happens, and then the fact that you are burping up tells me that your stomach contents are sitting, they're not evacuating after you eat. So it is because um, one, you might benefit from food combining at this point. Like in a healthy digestive system, you can handle mixing
yeah.
carbs, proteins, and fats, but if you're off balance, you could probably benefit from that
Right.
food
So I'd love
combining.
for people to know what is food combining.
Well, it's like you eat your fruit separate and then you eat your like veggies with the protein or something like that. I don't ever do food combining. I just try and get people to heal their gut. So I'm not an expert in food combining, tell you the truth. I should be because I'm a health coach, but
Right.
that's my very limited understanding of it.
Yeah, I was just
What is
curious.
that plastic smell?
Yeah, because I know Honey C. Golden talks about food combining because she started to do it as well for her. So it was interesting. You're confirming everything that she said as well because that
Yeah, yeah,
hydrochloric. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, it's good. It is. Food combining is good. You can just Google it and see what they say about it.
yeah,
But as far as your I would do as much as you can to heal your gut lining.
yeah.
Um, and then that's what I would recommend.
So for
Because
people
if you're
who are going through the same thing and
GERD,
maybe have leaky gut and things like that, they would benefit from meeting with you, correct?
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I love helping people to digest better. I lead cleanses, that really helps. I mean, cleanses don't mean you're gonna like, throw up and have diarrhea all week. It's more it's more like strategically eating so that you're protecting and honoring your gut lining, basically, and you're helping your lymph move. So, yeah, it's really important. You want to be able to digest your food well. But again, like we got on this little side um topic because we're trying to figure out what light codes are and
Right.
how your food carries light codes. And then you were talking about digestion. So,
Right. But here's the thing.
because people are,
So many people
yeah,
are going through this right now. We should talk about putting a program together.
that would be great. I mean, there's a lot of little things you can do that really help. And doing a fall cleanse is a really good idea.
Yeah.
Um, that's what I learned when I did my health coach. training at Institute of Integrative Nutrition. My favorite teacher there was Dr. John Douillard, and I studied with him afterwards, the 3-season diet, just so I could fine tune what I was learning about how to reset your digestion. So I have a 4-day simple cleanse or a 2-day cleanse that you can do at home. And we just have an initial like Zoom meeting, which could be recorded as well.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that works too. That's a great thing to do for people. It's good to do in a group, because you have the group energy. And we have a check-in. So then everyone's like, well, how did it go for you this week? And people share how it went. It's a good thing to do it in a group.
I love that. And the thing is, what you're really good at is also you do muscle testing because not everything is good for everyone. So you always have the ability to check in and say, we might want to modify this for you because of what your needs are, correct?
True. And I think that's really important because if you do download a course from the, internet on eating Ayurvedic or something, and you don't have some kind of a check-in, you might, and you don't have someone who's like, just like, hey, how you doing? How's this working? You could end up like not getting protein, for example, and your body burns protein instead of fat, so you lose weight, but you're actually sacrificing your muscle. This is like a real thing that's happened with someone. Um, and it just happens, if you don't have someone checking in with you, or you don't check in with yourself.
So also not
So
only do you work with digestion with people, um, but you're also a really profound healer. Her work is really amazing. And she's helped me with a number of things, and including like if you have some karmic things that you have to resolve, not only is she working on helping you raise your frequency and vibration to help you heal, but she'll also help resolve things by taking people energetically to the courts of heaven. So I'd love to hear you talk about your process on how you work with people when you're helping them heal, and then any of the work you've done, and explain what the courts of heaven are.
right. So the courts of heaven is like the karmic arena. You can call it the karmic arena. You can call it the courts of heaven, and then but the same spiritual guides and masters are at the karmic arena or the courts of heaven. So depending on my client, I'll word it whichever way they're comfortable with, depending on if they're more like fundamentalist, that makes them feel more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
If someone is not fundamentalist, they're okay with going to the karmic arena. That's good too. So I was first trained to do karmic arena because it puts more responsibility on yourself to work with the karma and to assume your growth, your growth. This is what my growth was, this is what I learned, and you show the people that you have the karmic entanglement with, you show them a rose of yourself in present time, and that kind of helps to complete the karma, and you can break contracts. With the courts of heaven, um, it's in the same place. It's just that the individual who's requesting the healing will be a little bit more passive and ask for um, the Holy Father to, hear the case. So it's a little bit more like you're in a court. So hear the case, what happened, what was their role in it. They ask for repentance. Yeshua will listen, and then Yeshua will present the case to the Holy Father. And then contracts will be broken, and the person that was the perpetrator will be given their next steps. So in the karmic arena, they're given their next steps. So there's less judgment. In the courts of heaven, they're actually taken behind the bars, you know. So it's interesting. I prefer using the karmic arena myself, but I'm flexible.
So that's so
So
interesting. So you really know more intuitively which way to go. But when you do that, when you're resolving, you go to the karmic arena or the courts of heaven and you're resolving karma and breaking contracts. What do you see? What kinds of things happen in people's lives after doing something like that?
that's a great question. Well, you want to make sure you're updating their Akashic records at that point in time. You make sure that the contracts are broken, and then you update their Akashic records. Everybody has an Akashic record keeper, which is kind of cool if you meet them, and they take care of your library. They take care of all your lives, all the contracts, all your karmic entanglements. It's all in your book or your books. There's more than one book, right? So there's these shelves. Uh-oh. Can you hear the generator?
No.
Oh, good. Um, so you want to make sure that they update your records so it's out of your book of life. And then you'll see that you will have a different response to that karmic entanglement. Someone shows up and they're in need of help, and it's their bad. They should take care of it, but maybe your pattern was to rush in and help them and take their problem for them. And so you get clear of that, and you actually just are with them with your loving presence, but you don't take their problem and their karma and their energy. So it's a win-win because they get to learn and you get to keep your energy, and you honor them
Yeah.
for their strength and their ability to figure it out. So yeah, their behaviors and choices will change.
No,
So
it's
that's good.
fascinating when you do that. And I've done some,
Sometimes,
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
oh, go ahead. You know, it's just cool because sometimes physical issues just go away.
Yeah, that's what I
Right.
wanted to get
So
to
that's
is
cool.
that this kind of work can completely change people's lives. And you think it's kind of like when you're doing it, you're like, "Oh, am I making this up? What am I really doing?" But you are really breaking contracts because we come into this world and we don't need to suffer. Like we can let go of some of these what's the word I'm looking for? We get on that hamster wheel and we're doing the same thing over and over again and we can't
The
stop it.
loop?
The loop. So to get off
Yeah.
the loop,
Yeah.
this is one way of helping you get off that loop.
Right. Right. It's wonderful. It
Yeah, you've
is.
got a generator going and I have a sander on my back deck going. So I don't know if people hear anything, but I haven't heard your generator, so it's good.
It's off now. It
Okay.
it's off. So
But yeah, so now you also getting back to your farm, just you talked to me earlier about how you are working on the soil. So what's happened to our soil and what needs to be done?
wow. That's such a good question. Um, I mean, I guess everybody's probably heard that a lot of our arable soil, which means tillable soil, has been over farmed and has lost a lot of nutrients. And that the food we eat today has like 60% less vitamin C, than 50 years ago. Right. You've heard that, right?
Right.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay.
I
I
can
thought I
see it.
froze again. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, um, yeah, so most people know that our soil is not as full of nutrients and it doesn't grow as nutrient dense food as it used to. I just got this farm 3 years ago, so my soil needs a lot of work to get it to where it will be producing really good food consistently and be able to buffer erratic weather cycles, right? So, like cold, wet springs and hot, dry summers are really tough with heavy clay soil, you know, and so there's important things you can do to nurture your soil. And I mean, most farmers do this anyway. They'll do cover cropping, they'll add manures that are composted to it. Um, in addition, some farmers might use herbal teas or compost teas or teas made with comfrey and all that kind of stuff too to help
So
the plants be more nutrient dense.
yeah, so I was wondering if that. So you said cover cropping. What is that?
Well, when you came here last, I think you saw the buckwheat that we had growing.
Yes,
Maybe maybe you remember, maybe you don't, but
I do.
there's all kinds of things you can use for cover cropping, buckwheat, rye, oats, like turnips. You can use like those big turnips. You just till them right in, they break the soil up. So there's a whole science to that, and there's a lot to learn for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, your turnips that I had, they were what, like this big? They were enormous and they were
And they
delicious.
were still good too. They
Yeah,
were
and
still good. We have to make sure people know that
right. So
because
we were there
usually you wouldn't sell turnips that were
after,
that big.
yeah, it was not only were they delicious, but it was after the first frost, and you still had romaine and turnips and broccoli growing.
Right, right. Yeah, you want to do that. You want to have extend your growing season as long as possible here because we have such a short. So you plant cool season crops. We've got that going now. We've got carrots and some beets coming. We have some corn, some beans, lettuce, and some other, oh, maybe some more turnips. But we're trying really hard to get a fall. Mhm.
All right, we lost her again with her Wi-Fi and she's back again. So if you want to continue about the
Hi,
soil,
everybody.
yeah, it is what it is, but
Oh,
we can
yeah,
hear
yeah,
you.
it's a lot. Yeah. It just takes a lot of work to manage it and get it to work.
Whoops.
Okay.
All right, we blipped out again. Sorry about the the but anyway, Liz is back. We were
Off-grid farmer.
yeah, so we were talking about the importance of, the more robust the soil is, the more you can use your crops, and the longer the more hardy the crops are, the more you can have them. I mean, when I was at your farm last year, you had crops still going after the frost. And I mean, magnificent romaine, magnificent broccoli, turnips, all kinds of things. You were still eating well into, because it was after the leaves. I think it was November or late October.
Yeah, I was eating from my own farm well into February,
Yeah. And
which
that's
is
like
kind of
unheard
cool.
of,
But
especially in Vermont.
well, if you store things, it's not. So that's cool. I mean, you just have to store them. It's pretty easy. I mean, I'm off grid, so I just basically, grew squash and put them in a bag or a
Yeah.
box. So it's pretty easy. It's not as hard as people think. So, but it just takes a little bit of, planning and a little bit of time. But um, I love talking about the soil. Yeah, support your local farmer, your local organic farmer, because they're working really hard on managing their soil and trying to get you the most mineral dense food that you can eat. And then we need minerals. Okay, minerals are like cofactors for our enzymes. So we need them. And enzymes are what, power every single reaction in our body. And without minerals, you might not be able to do it. So Lisa was wondering if I could do a poll on tarot poll on the effect of going to 3D to 5D. I don't really understand this whole going from carbon to silicon. Is
Yeah,
that what it is?
crystal.
Crystalline.
Yeah, crystalline.
Um, Not sure I'm like totally on that train yet, just because carbon has four bonding spots and well, silicon does too, but it has like two extra orbital shells, so it's much more complicated structure. So I'm not sure if that's true or not. I don't know. But that wasn't what we were gonna ask. We were gonna ask if oh, the digestion, if going from 3D to 5D is affecting the digestion
Right.
for
Of
people.
humanity.
And
Yeah.
how is it
Oh, yeah.
of humanity? Hold on. I lost a card. Whoops.
Oh,
Okay.
what jumped?
Well, that just jumped out. That's the Three of Cups.
Okay.
And well, maybe it's all the wine everyone's drinking. No. Um, or it could just be, yeah, let's just celebrate. I love this card because it has the cornucopia in it, so harvest. And so what this is telling me is that, what we've lost in the 3D world is celebrating the harvest and our connection
Mm.
to the earth and the gifts of the earth. And there's that little cornucopia. So let's just celebrate when we eat. And that's like getting into the gratitude and giving thanks. And um, the food's going to know, and there's structured water in plants, right? Like
Right.
people are talking about structured water. Well, if you eat like a melon or a tomato or anything, that water is structured.
Right.
So if you if you love on that plant and just say thank you, you're going to have you'll be celebrating.
Right.
So,
I always pray over my food
yeah,
and thank the members of the food chain that brought it to me with everything.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank the farmers,
And
thank the people
then
who
maybe
pack
we
it.
could all dance. Maybe
Yeah.
we could all dance when we eat. We've stopped doing that. Like all holding hands and dancing around the table. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be fun. Or as growing up, they used to
So
say
let's
you get
see.
a cramp after you eat. Remember they
Yeah.
used to make us sit for 30 minutes after we eat. We weren't allowed to swim. We just had to wait. We couldn't run, do anything.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That was just so they could chill and they didn't have to watch us. All right. So let's see. Where am I going to put this? Over here. Just going to do a three card pull. One, two, three about digestion. Let's see what we got. Okay, so there's that's in the past, which is strength in the lion. And so digestion, like we're subduing nature there, right? We're subduing the lion, we're subduing our food. A lot of 3D, it's like being in, conventional agriculture, like
Right,
that I think that's what you like about my farm. It's not like I'm having the land produce for me, and then automating everything. It's more like, thank you for producing food and how can I help you? So this is more like we're getting away from that, subduing the food because, okay, so basically, are you hitting record?
Yeah.
Okay, so we popped off, but we're back. So this is a tarot card to just yes or no, does going from 3D to 5D affect digestion? And anytime you get a major arcana in a yes no spread, that's a yes. Okay.
Okay.
And then we got this card, Six of Wands in the present. So that's a yes. That's really saying, yes, we're doing it. We are going to 5D with the crystalline structure. And they're telling me right now, I'm getting the information to just like, could you let go of your chemistry knowledge and just accept that we might know a little bit more than you do? Okay, I can do that.
I
So
almost
I'd
said to
say that's a
you,
yes.
I almost said that to you. Get out of your chemistry and science background and just surrender. I love it.
Right, right. Well, isn't that part of our programming? Trust the science,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
And here's what's the digest. I don't understand this piece, but this is the Six of Pentacles.
Pentacles.
Six. Yep,
Yeah.
Six of Pentacles. In the future. So I'm not really sure what that means. Let me see. Because you've got the merchant and he's giving coins to two people who are less fortunate. But I'm going to say this is the mitochondria,
Well, that's
and these are
also
the packets of
abundance.
energy.
So this kind of food will be available to all. Like to me, that's
Yeah.
about
And
abundance and
and these are
feeding
the
everyone.
little electrons. Yeah, and these are the little electrons, the discs
Yep.
going through the mitochondria happy. And see
Ah,
how happy they are? They're like, we want your food.
yep.
So I guess, yeah, eating local is going to balance things because there is the little, can you see the balance scales?
It's hard to see
Yeah.
the card. It's a little bl oh, there I see him. Yep. I just saw him.
Oh, okay. Is that better?
No, it's blurred, but I
Yeah, so
saw it
that's
briefly.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, there is a scale there. So
Yeah.
so eating local. So I would say to somebody who's having GERD, like, one of the most basic things you can do with somebody when they're experiencing digestive things is just ask them to, well, what did you eat? You
Oh,
know?
I know. I know. I have an addiction to tacos and margaritas
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm
from
so there with you.
my time in Mexico.
Yeah, that's great. And then seeing if like when you had that, like when you have the GERD, you backtrack to what did you eat and
Oh,
when
I know. I
and
know
where was the
exactly.
food from?
Yeah. Well, corn is also very hard
What?
for me. Corn is hard for me to digest. So I know what I should and shouldn't be eating. Yeah, it's not good for me. I need to switch back to just eating simple proteins and getting my leafy greens. My body always knows that really well.
Well, when you were in Mexico, could you eat the corn?
Oh, I had GERD there.
Oh, okay.
It might not have been
Well,
the it might not have been the GERD. It might not have been the corn. It could have been the tequila.
okay. Okay. Well, there you go. So keeping a food journal really helps. So let's see. So what can we do as 5D people? Like, are we eating some 3D food? Is all food like, did it all transition with us to, or ascend? I guess that's the word.
I think
Did all the
yeah,
food
about
ascend with us to 5D?
yeah, that's a great question.
There, let's look at that. Okay, let's look at that. One, two, three, one, two, three. Okay. This is, oh, so can you see that?
Yeah, what is that?
Ace of
Ace of
Swords.
Swords.
So to me, that's saying yes, because an ace is always yes. So, but what was the question? I forgot. It was,
Is our food transitioning to the next to
or
5D as well?
is, it is. But I got this one for present time. And so I'd say that it's not all.
Right. It's in process.
Um, you know, it's in process. And I'd say it's like when you're looking at the foods that you like so much,
Mm-hmm.
and those are the cups that are on ground and they are spilled, but you're attached to them, it's keeping you from turning towards the more high vibrational foods.
Hmm.
That's what that looks like. Because there's the river there that says you got to go with the flow and not be attached. And when you do that in the future, you're going to be the master of your third eye, because that's the spiritual master card, the King of Wands, sitting on his own throne. Sorry. Yeah. So the food is in process. Certain foods are gonna not be because everything isn't all 5D, I guess. I don't know. I don't know all that stuff.
Well, if you
Honey C.
think
Golden
about
does.
the food that was genetically modified and the food that's been made with um, the Monsanto products, all of that, those seeds, those aren't coming. Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, again, she dropped. The question was about, is all of our food upgrading? Well, anything that's got glyphosate or genetically modified, I would imagine those are the foods that would not be coming to 5D with us. So she's going to do a card pull on that.
Okay. Here we go. So the question is, um, oh, are all those 5D, 3D foods like from Monsanto going to come into 5D with us,
All those seeds,
right?
the genetically
Okay.
modified seeds, or are we getting new seeds? Or old seeds coming back?
Oh, are oldies? Yeah, I like to grow heirloom varieties for
Yeah.
sure. One, two, three. Um, okay, let's see. What do we get? I'm not going to read reversals. So, um, oh yeah. Well, I see why this is reversed. So it was reversed. That's the King of Pentacles. And that's a really good card for someone who's like amassed a fortune.
Yeah.
They've got control of the finances and the seeds. So
Yeah.
it's reversed, so it's not necessarily a positive.
No, I just
So
got
that's
confirmation about
that's in the
that. So,
past
yes,
position.
they're going away.
And so then I got this star card. Well,
Mm,
that's another one. Okay, so in the present time, we have the star card, and that's a major arcana card. So it's saying yes to the question of the seeds are going, the GMO seeds and all those are not coming with us.
yeah,
So it looks like we're creating with the stars. And then the future card was the 10 of Pentacles.
yeah,
And that's just a beautiful card saying, and it's like more local, like villages are going to be producing their own food again, like the
beautiful,
little market in the center of the village. Yes. So that's coming. That's
beautiful.
great. And
I
then
love it.
because our Wi-Fi keeps kicking us off, I am going to be teaching a class on developing your intuition so you can read with tarot if you'd like.
Yes. So that's
So
going to
that's coming
start.
up,
Yeah.
and
Sorry.
it's going to start September, I think, 4th.
Yes.
And 6 weeks, Zoom at night, 7 o'clock. And we'll go over, how to feel more confident with your intuition. So you could do this with your own cards yourself
Yeah. So
because
it's
it's so fun.
so 90 minutes, it's $97, which for 6 weeks, 6 week course is a great deal. And yeah, and you'll learn so much. You're going to learn so much from Liz because not only is she great at tarot, she's great at so many things. And so you'll be able to pull cards and ask questions about your life, about your food, all different things. So I'm going to have your contact information below so people can sign up and get ready. And is there anything that they need to do other than they should buy their own get a set of tarot cards if they
Tarot
don't
deck.
have any. Does it matter what type? Is there a particular, just what resonates with them?
We're we're just gonna we're gonna be doing the Ride 8, which is your basic tarot deck. It's the first one. So we'll just go with that. You can get your own later and get different ones, but we'll work with the Rider Waite.
Okay. The Rider Waite is the first one. Okay, so people know that. Liz, is there anything else that we haven't covered? I know we've had some difficulty with the internet, but I think that we could hear you well enough and get your message across. So I think people will be fine with that. And yeah, so we'll have your information. So don't forget, September 4th. Thursday, it'll be 6 subsequent Thursday nights at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's $97, and you can start learning your way on developing your intuition and learning tarot. And if you have any questions on
Yay!
farming, if you're looking for healing and doing some karmic work, you do that as well. What else do you do, Liz?
Well, yeah, my links will be below. My website's being created right now. So I'll have a website, but I have links. I have like a Calendly link. You can also find me on Etsy. There's a little place there you can order a very, very like brief reading there. Yeah. So I'm building up this little social media presence for Healing Gentle Insights. Oh, I have a YouTube, so you can watch my videos there and leave me a comment there.
Yes.
And
So
yeah, there's ways you can find me.
yeah, your morning tarot polls are
Go
on your
ahead.
YouTube channel, so people will get a quick, what's going on today.
Yeah, yeah, that's fun.
Yep,
Yep.
and I'll attach
So
the
yeah, well,
solar
thank you
flash.
so much.
Yeah, I'll attach the solar flash as well,
Oh,
the link to that. And yeah, thank you, Liz, and I look forward to our next conversation.
wow, this was so much fun. I appreciate you having me on your incredible channel.
Aw,
And I appreciate you so much, Lisa. Thank you.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Whoops.